I want to start today's video out with 3 letters. S-P-O. Subjective Preference Opinion. I want you to remember this as I go through this video today. Can y'all believe in today's time in this gun world, $1,000 gun is considered budget? I personally find that to be fascinating, right? Because I remember a time when I'd be arguing if I had to spend anything past $500. But when we start talking about 2011s, it just is what it is. The logic behind it is you can buy ones that cost so much more money, $4, $5, $6, $10,000. You can go damn near high as you want. So that makes $1,000 budget when you put it in that context. I'm gonna keep it real. I don't think $1,000 is budget. It is what it is. That's how I feel. Today, I got my hands on what's considered a budget 2011 and what might be considered the done data of them all. I've gone on record saying that I personally think it may be the best one in that $1,000 price range, right? Give or take $100. You're talking $800 all the way up to $1,200. This might just be the one. I shot it when it first hit the market. I've always wanted to get my hands on one. I own a lot of 2011s, you know, for a guy who's not a 2011 guy, but this was one that I would say, you know what, I definitely want to add that one to the collection. I ended up picking up the 4 1/4 Mac 9 DS Comp. I wanted to run it through my practical rating system, but ultimately in the future, I really want to put this gun head to head against some of the much more expensive 4 1/4 comp guns to just see how it performs. There's some things that I'll talk about as we go through this. I'm gonna run it through my practical rating system and I'll explain that to you guys that may not know here in a second. And then we'll just see how this thing runs today, because this one that I have not shot yet. I've shot the gun before, but I haven't shot this one. So all this will be new. We're gonna run about 500 rounds through it and then we'll rate it all at the end. So if for some reason you're unfamiliar, this is your first time here, you're unfamiliar with what my practical rating system is. The reason I call it a practical rating system, because I just try to use points that are important to just the average everyday gun owner. We're not all competition shooters. We're not all the best in the world. At the end of the day, we just go and spend our money on the guns that we like. The way it works is there's 10 categories, right? Each category is scored from 1 to 10. 0 to 10, basically. Lower number is nothing. If you get a 10, then that means it's actually perfect in that particular category. I'll tell you what those 10 categories are. Packaging, build quality, features, trigger, performance, availability, usage, aftermarket support, reliability, bang for your buck, the value. You can score up to 100 points. 100 would be the perfect firearm. The way the scale works, 0 to 59 is not good at all. It's trash, basically. 60 to 69, it works. You know, you can put some bullets in it and shoot it, but it don't feel right. There's things that are messed up about it that you notice. 70 to 79, it's a solid firearm. 80 to 89, it's above average. Now we talking 90 to 99, I like to say it's awesome. Highly, highly recommended. This is it. This is one of those guns. Like, this is like something everybody should have one. Like, it's one of the coolest things out there. And then obviously if it scores 100, it's the perfect firearm. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. No flaw. It can't malfunction. It's just perfect. I don't think that exists. Keep in mind that when I do this practical rating system, I score it for what the gun is. So today we talking 2011s. So this is how I would score any 2011, okay? So I'm not comparing it to a revolver, or the score doesn't compare to a rifle score or striker fire score. This is 2011. So that's how I'm scoring this based on what a 2011 should be, in my opinion. Let's get to it. You know, one of the things that we like to check is that slide. How does that slide move? Do that slide move smooth? I know that's one of the things that I like to check. And it's almost a sound that you listen for. There's a feel and a sound, right? It's got the right sound. It's not as soft as some of the others. You know, I bought this used, but I knew the person who sold it, and I know it doesn't have a ton of rounds through it. You can tell it's newer, right? It feels like it's fresh out the box, like it ain't really been broke in. I want to make sure that it's on. So this will be my first shots with this one. Safety feels good. Okay, that's a good sign. Let's see where we at. Take another shot. All right. Hit a couple, missed a couple right there. Try again. Nice. Soft shooter. I mean, 4 1/4. I don't feel like it's recoiling heavy, anything like that. Let me kind of see where I'm hitting. Okay. Okay. Not bad. Take you down, show you where we hit. That wasn't bad. So it's sighted. So we good to go. This is one of the Duramax from Springfield, one of the 20 rounders. The first one looked like it says Thesis, but it looked like it could be a Checkmate mag. It come with two 17 rounders typically out of the box. This one actually came with multiple magazines, extra magazines. I'm gonna go ahead, shoot a group. I'm at about 12 yards or so. I'm a little past 10. I'm gonna take this shot down to top right corner here and shoot a 5-shot group. One hand. I love it. Go down and see what we did. I gotta get, that's 2, 3, 4. That's not bad from 15 yards, but I think I can do a little bit better than that if I focus and concentrate. So I'm gonna go back, take 5 more over here. Just gotta get used to the gun. The sun coming out now. Off safe. Woo! Look at your boy. Now let's go down here and see what we're working with. Now that's that second group. That's a lot different. Off safe. Are we empty? That's okay. That's okay. I got another magazine here. That was my 5th shot. Now that group wasn't as tight as that top one, but it is what it is. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. So I should have been able to stay in there. But I was feeling myself, you know what I'm saying? Say that different. See if I could tighten up that group a little. Boy, I'm something else when I tighten it up. I am something else when I take my time. You hear me? Look at this. This the 2 groups that I took my time on. That's the 2 groups that I kind of rushed on. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So one of the coolest things about the Mac 9 DS to me is how strikingly similar it is to a staccato. It's got a hollow Sun 507 on this one, but I like the slide cuts. Obviously, it's pointed up top right there. Trigger shoe. The trigger on it ain't bad. Grip module. Everybody likes changing the grip on the 2011. You don't have to. It's not a necessary thing. Some people love to pin the grip safety. I think that's always cool to do because then you don't have to, that's one less thing you have to think about when you're shooting. Aside from that, man, the controls are really good on it. The safety is short, like it's just quick like that. And I kind of like that. And I love this extended release because I can reach it with my thumb without having to break my grip really. This gun has a lot of features, man. I like the extended mag release on here. Fishing for the dot. As you can see, this firearm's empty, locked open, no magazine, and it's pointed down range. All right, so let's look at the trigger. That's the take up. So it does have a little bit of take up, which I'm okay with. A really defined wall. Break. Reset. Man, I done had some fun out here with this Mac 9 DS. I'm gonna go ahead and score it. So for packaging, 8.5. Build quality, 8.5. I think it feels great to me. It looks good. People talk about slide to frame fitment and all that stuff. The gun is running, man. It ain't rattling all over the place, which it does not rattle all over the place. So to me, build quality, 8.5. And a part of build quality is the aesthetic to me, and it looks really good. It's a really good looking gun. So I gave it an 8.5. Features. 9. I love the extended slide release, the extended mag release. I like the cuts in the slide. I like the fact that it's RMR ready. But features, 9. Trigger, I give it an 8.5. I like it. Performance, 9.5. Man, this gun was so fun to shoot. I'm able to get on the trigger pretty fast. It ran and ran. It was fun to shoot. It was accurate. Availability, 9. You know, you do your own research. YouTube is weird about that, but it's not that difficult to find from what I'm seeing. Usage, 8.5. I know I'm probably gonna get some pushback on that because to me, this could be a competition or kind of a duty gun. Seems to run pretty well. It's 4.25. Aftermarket, 9. I mean, it's a 2011. So you can pretty much find anything and do anything. Reliability, 10. So the way that I judge reliability is up until the point of this video. So I put about almost 600 rounds through it today, and I ran everything from my mixed bag. It ran everything out the mixed bag, by the way. I ran some Underwood stuff through it. I ran some Plus P Plus stuff through it, some 115 grain stuff, some Federal, some Winchester. I ran quite a bit of ammo, different ammos through it, and this thing ran flawless all day and locked open every single time. And it ran through different magazines. So to me, reliability got a 10 out of 10. Bang for your buck, 10. The value is there. It is well worth it, in my personal opinion. So, but when you're talking about a band for something like this, I don't think you can beat it. I don't know where you could beat it at. If you know where you can beat something like this in that price range, show it to me. Leave it in the comments. I'd like to know. So, with all that being said, this thing got a whopping score of 90.5. Awesome. Super highly recommended in my personal opinion. To me, this is one of them ones. And notice I keep saying to me, because if you go back to this video, I gave 3 letters, SPO, subjective preference and opinion. That's what this is. That's what this is today. This is my opinion on the Mac 9 DS 4.25 comp. And you can upgrade this thing like crazy. So when you're talking about not wanting to go out and go overboard if you just don't have it in the budget, this is a great option for the everyday gun owner. If it was like you say, man, look, I don't have a ton of money to spend right now, but I definitely want to get me a 2011, I am not arguing. You really don't have to do anything to it if you don't choose to, or you could do everything to it if you chose to. Do me a favor, stay solid. It's free. Defend what you love.